Welcome to this short walkthrough of the Wondersign desktop app and how you can use it with screen sharing for virtual consultations. All you need is the Google Chrome web browser, which you can see here, and there you go to app.catalogkiosk.com, and this will show you a 6-digit pairing code. So now we need to go ahead and pair this device. So we need to take this pairing code and pair the device to an account. Okay, to pair a device, simply go to my.catalogkiosk.com and log in with your username and password. Your username is your email address. And in case you have forgotten your password, simply click Forgot Password right here underneath the login. And for your convenience, you can also sign in with your Google account or with your Facebook account if you would like to do that. Once you're in the account in the Catalog App Manager, you click on Devices and you click on Add New Device. On this Add New Device wizard, you give it a name. So in this case, for example, Casper Laptop, the 6-digit pairing code that you saw on the screen, and then the address where the device is going to be located to get the time zone correct. And down here you hit Finish. And this is it. Once the device has been paired, as you can see, it starts syncing and downloading product information. In the meantime, here's what we can do. We go over to the right, click the ellipsis menu, the 3 dots over here, and from the menu we choose Install Wondersign Catalog Kiosk. The reason why we want to do that, it's going to ask us if you really want to install the app. The reason why we want to do that is because we want to make sure that the application is actually installed on the computer as an app and not just available in the browser. If you prefer to use the browser for it, you can just leave it there, go to app.catalogkiosk.com and you have your device. If you would like to have it in a separate application window, the way I have it here, then you would just go ahead, click the ellipsis menu and install. We'll just let the application download. In the meantime, we can take a quick look at some of the screen sharing options that we recommend. Number one is Google Hangouts. It's free, there's no cost to use it, and it's super simple to sign up. All you would need is a Gmail account or a Google account. If you don't have that, it's free to get one, and it's very simple to create. You get started by going to hangouts.google.com, and if you do have an account, it basically logs you in automatically. If you don't have an account yet, it's going to ask you to create an account. Again, very straightforward. The reason why we recommend Google Hangouts is because the consumer on the other end, they don't need to download anything. They don't need an app. They don't need to install anything. All they need really is a web browser, and they can actually participate in your Hangout calls from anywhere, from a desktop, a laptop, a tablet, a phone. So there's all kinds of different options for them. And Google Hangouts is free, so that's great. It's as simple as starting a video call over here, and we'll get to that in just a minute. The other option is Zoom, zoom.us. As you can see over here, it says sign up. It's free. Again, there is a free option available through Zoom. And if you don't need all the bells and whistles, then that might be fine. Zoom is very stable, high quality. The only downside to Zoom is that the consumer or whoever else is on the other end of the video call, they need to download an application, which could be a conversion breaker. And then the third option that's available is join.me. Again, they do have a free option available, a free trial that you can start from here and get started with a meeting. In the end, you can decide and you can choose whichever screen sharing tool that you want to use. Personally, I would recommend Google Hangouts just because it is free. It's super simple and easy to use for you, but it's also very, very simple for the consumer. And you don't want any technical issues that keep them from having a good experience with you. All right, here we go. The application is fully downloaded. Everything is right here. And before we dive into our screen sharing call and hopefully sell some furniture, there's one quick tip on how to get more lead information. In Analytics, Share and Shop, there is a page that collects all the different leads that you worked with in the past. You can export this to CSV or export as an Excel file, and then you can use that when you reach back out to these people, to these prospects and customers. Use existing customer lists. Use whenever you had raffles in the past, or any kind of promotions, and you collect email addresses or phone numbers. Use that. Use social media. Use different tools on social media like Facebook Live, for example. Use Nextdoor. How many people are on Nextdoor? Everybody's sitting at home. Everybody's consuming it. And if you're active on Nextdoor, absolutely intensify that. If you're not active on Nextdoor yet, I would highly recommend to join a few Nextdoor neighborhoods that are close by, and starting to spread the word and make sure that people know that you're there and that you're offering those virtual consultations, that you're offering these very intimate one-on-one walkthroughs that are more than just showing them a catalog. I mean, it's a consultative experience where you're walking them through your offering and you tell them exactly what they could be looking for. All right, so I think we're ready to have a virtual consultation. So here we are in Google Hangouts, and the only thing I have to do now is click on this icon here, video call, to start a new video call. So I'm going to go ahead and click video call. It's going to open up my camera, and then I can invite people to this screen sharing session or this video call. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to invite Kayla to this meeting. So the invite has been sent, and as soon as she is going to join, what I can do here is I can share the screen. The way I do that is up here. I click the ellipsis menu, the three dots. Over here, the first bullet point right here says share screen. That's all I need to do, and then select which screen to share. So I'm just going to go ahead and say application window, and then choose my application to share. I'm just going to give her a second to join this call, and then once she's here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and then share the application. And there she is. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Alrighty, here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and let you see the catalog that we talked about. And I know you mentioned that you were looking at a sofa love seat combination. So based on that sofa love seat combination, and based on what you told me before, this is pretty much the option that I found for you. Is this what you were looking for?
Yeah, it looks great.
Perfect. So as you can see, we went over the dimensions real quick to make sure that they actually fit in your space. There are a couple other options available that we can talk about. Okay, so this is pretty much the total that we're looking at right now. The two-seat reclining sofa and the double reclining love seat with a console and the white glove delivery included for you. Does that look good to you?
Looks good.
Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and proceed. Now you said you don't want to apply for credit. You just want to pay with a card, right?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're actually going to do mobile checkout. So what that means is you're going to get an email, and that email will include the pay link, and then all you need to do is just click on the pay link. The only thing I would need from you would be your address, please.
3030 North Rocky Point Drive in Tampa.
Okay, Tampa. It's in Florida. What's the zip code?
33607.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. There you go. This is your review page, just to make sure, double check everything is okay based on your zip code. This is your sales tax amount. And then these are the items that we discussed: sofa love seat and white glove delivery directly into your home.
Perfect.
Very good. Well, I certainly appreciate your business, and I have just sent you the checkout link, so you should be ready to go in just a minute.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you so much, and you have a great day. And that's how simple and easy it is. And now let's take a look at what she's looking at when it comes to the email. We see there is a pay link right here, and we have this email has basically the same information on there as the review page, with the item that we were looking at, or the items. The white glove delivery is in here, the sales tax is in there, And all she needs to do is click the button here that says checkout now. So I'm going to go ahead and click the button. Again, this is what the consumer sees. And there's no need for me to be on the phone with them or be over the video call with them. As you can see here, it automatically recognized that I have Google Pay enabled in this browser. So if the consumer would check out on their smartphone, for example, and would open up the email on their phone, and they have Google Pay or Apple Pay enabled, they can actually pay with Google or Apple Pay directly on their device. I could do the same thing here. This is just for extra convenience. If somebody doesn't have that enabled, no problem. They simply fill out this short form, basic information about the credit card. So it's the card number, the expiration, the CVV code, name on the card, and then a valid zip code, and the pay link becomes active, and all they need to do is click the pay link. And as you can see, it says powered by Stripe over here. Stripe is the payment processor that we're using. You can sign up for Stripe for free. Doesn't cost you anything until you start transacting. So there are some fees when you transact, but until then it's free. Doesn't cost you to have an account. And that's really all you need in order to connect Stripe to the Wondersign catalog kiosk. Payment successful, went through. It says check your email for the transaction receipt. So actually the consumer got an email with a receipt right here with all those charges listed, and you as the retailer, you get an email as well, and you get a confirmation as well. Plus you see the order and the amount here, the $2,200 pending in your Stripe account, and you can go ahead and fulfill the order. So I just want to talk about one thing real quick, which is the financing waterfall that we have built into the application, available at no extra cost. If somebody wants to apply for financing, we recommend do this before the browsing starts, before everything else starts. Click apply for financing. All that's needed is the consumer's cell phone number. If you don't have that, I mean, you can also ask for that during the call. You can do this during the screen sharing session. And all you do is you put in the customer's phone number, and we text a link to apply. So they get a text to apply, and we run it through the waterfall, through all the different tiers, and they get a decision within less than 90 seconds. And once they have an approval, hopefully, you know exactly they're qualified to spend $2,500, $3,000, $3,500 with you. And obviously that helps to get the average ticket size up. On average, finance tickets are usually double the size of a regular cash or credit card ticket. So that's definitely recommended to use the financing waterfall whenever you can. For more information on how to get started, reach out to your Wondersign representative or go to wondersign.com.